Welcome back to Color Class. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And today we're looking at 6 different bandanas and 6 different color types. And can you determine which one is the best one for you?
Technically, there may be more than 6 here, but this is to represent the idea that any pattern, any group of colors, anything put together, any painting, any masterpiece on a wall in a museum can be color analyzed. And you can determine whether the dominant characteristic of a painting, the dominant characteristic of a pattern in a blouse, the dominant characteristic of pretty much anything, you can determine whether it's predominantly light or whether it's predominantly deep, whether it's predominantly warm or cool, and whether it's predominantly soft or clear.
Yes, I just went ahead and grabbed our first round, which is light to deep, just to kind of make things a little bit easier for you. Can you guys figure out which one's light and which one's deep? Oh, we also have this one. This one, oh, well, we're going to represent that as something else.
We will, but
what do you think?
Light or deep?
Light or deep? Now, yes, you are correct. This one would fall slightly lighter. This one would fall in the deeper category on the first of our characteristics in the 6 dominant characteristics.
But obviously, if you are deep and you're looking for a bandana, because I think everybody needs a good bandana, right? This could work for you as well.
Yes, both of these. They both fall within that deep category. We don't have light bandanas, do we?
This is pretty light.
Yeah, okay.
But this is a great example of a different dominant characteristic.
Yes.
Now, if you are warm.
Oh, we can bring both of these up for warm.
Yes, we can.
Warm.
Warm.
And then we have cool. Well, we have a lot of blues here.
We do have a lot of cool.
This one's cool. Yeah, look at this one's not a bandana. We're cheating. Oh my goodness!
I cheated a little. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have cool, cooler. This could spring could wear this one though.
And warm versus cool.
There we go.
So everything's relative.
Yes.
So sometimes you'll be shopping and you'll see some things sitting together. And without having a point of reference, you might look at this and say, oh, this is warm. Okay, yeah, I think it's warm, right? But unless you've got an example of something that is actually warm, and you can look at these two together and say, oh, I get it. When they're side by side, I see that one is clearly cool and one is clearly warm. Got it. Okay. So light to deep, warm to cool, soft to clear. So Sarah and I are both soft, but
I'm bringing up this bad boy.
All right.
Very clear.
And I might grab this one because this too is clear.
Yeah, we got some clear colors up here.
And naturally, the print on bandanas tends to be clear because they do black and they do white and then they add a color. This is a great example of a soft bandana that you don't see very often.
I was going to say, this is very unique. This could be in a museum.
Well, that's just because as softs, we're always looking for something soft. Now, this is perfect for Sarah because it's a little kind of on the warm side. I can wear it, and I have worn it.
I might even steal this. Have you been using this?
No, I have worn it.
Maybe. It is so trendy to do like
It is. And it looks fantastic with your hair.
I pulled it too far back. See, haven't you guys seen that where they like go like this or do I look like
it. I love
what's her
it.
face? Rosie the Riveter.
No, you do not. You look stylish.
I don't know.
But also you can tie it onto your purse. If you want to add a little color to your purse, she has kind of a camel-y, it's almost her hair color purse, so that's perfect for her. I recently did
be a cowboy.
A little trip to DC, and believe it or not, I wore this one. It was a little strong for me, and I wish I had worn this one, which is probably a little bit better.
Look at this. You're telling me I don't look like a cowboy?
You look amazing. You look like one of those, those female desperado movies where, you find somebody and they are just as, doggone thrill-seeking as you are, and you go out and you rob banks, and then it's
Yes,
like the whole
that's-
Thelma and Louise genre of but
What I'm
Western.
going for.
But anyway, so this was just kind of a way to show you guys that hunks of fabric do have dominant characteristics. You just have to seek them out, and you just have to find them.
Clear, soft. We have light and a deep. Right here, light versus deep. We have a warm and a cool.
We have a
Ooh,
few
I'm gonna
warms.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're all over the place with our stuff, but you can see this is a key part of color analysis, though, and adjusting daily. If you're going to wear something a little bit clearer than what you are, or softer than what you are. Today to the gym, I wore a like off-white hoodie. It was like a oatmeal color, and I had to pull my hair out front a little bit just to soften me down, because if I have my hair slicked back in a ponytail for the gym, then I get a lot more clear, especially with sweat and blah. But if I pull some, hair in front of me, what does this do? This softens the color of my hair.
A little bit of a curl.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit more dustiness to it, helps me lighten up a bit. So that's how I kind of tricked myself this morning.
However, if you had something that was in a dominant characteristic that you chose and that works for you, if you had something like this, bandanas are great at the gym because they are fantastic because you can wipe sweat with them.
Oh,
It's true.
I get like, a little like dab here, a little dab there, or covering your gym equipment.
Sarah's on the elliptical and she's like going,
But I look way too much like a cowboy if I were to wear this around my neck, no way.
you don't wear it like you're about to rob a train. The best way to wear a bandana is to roll it. 100% cotton. Roll it. Roll it. Roll
see
it.
this.
Roll it. You just roll it up.
Okay.
Get yourself a nice tight little coil. And you can just tie it loosely at the neck, at the throat. And so, if you're doing stuff, unless, you're I know. Yeah, you know what I'm laughing about. So it's important, if you're going to, I'm just saying, I like having something to soak up all this drippage that I tend to get when I'm doing stuff.
I have never seen you wear a bandana before. I'm going to be honest. So this is news to me.
When I just went into DC to see Brian Cox do a speech on.
Oh, with your leather jacket.
Yeah. And I wore a bandana.
How'd you wear it?
This one. I wore it just like this. I wore it
Oh.
coiled up. And it came in handy because if you're sweating, it is nice to have a little bit of cotton. But the thing to remember is bandanas come in a certain size for a reason. So they fit in your pocket, fit in your purse. You can wear them around your neck, whatever. So if you're going to wear a scarf to the gym, it is my strong recommendation that you don't wear something this size to the gym, because then it's going to get caught up in your treadmill and you are going to go like flying and you're going to choke and you're probably going to have to go to the hospital. Have I sold you on a bandana?
At the gym, no. But out hiking, like to cool yourself down. But I don't think I could not around my neck. Like trying to do crunches or anything, I would be like, choking.
Yeah, it works for me, but I have a fairly limited routine at the gym, and all of my yoga consists of that thing where you're on your hands and knees and you hump your back up and
Cat cow.
Yeah, that's about the.
You're still gonna choke yourself if you wear a bandana.
I don't.
You're like, what is this one? Cat or is this cow?
The cat is with the hump
yes,
in your back.
Cat.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this got very off topic. So
Well, I like the off topic because the only thing that would make it better was would be if you guys could talk back to us and give us feedback.
All right, so don't forget to wear your bandana to the gym in your matching season.
Yes.
Thank you for watching us. If you need help determining what is the right color for you, head on over to Patreon. We would be happy to help you out.
Always.
This one is not a bad one on you either.
It's because it's soft. Remember?
Yes, it's soft.
We are both
Yeah.
soft.
And it goes with your skin tone.
Yeah, and this might be a little warmer than I would normally
Right.
pick. But again, shop your dominant characteristic, because here's a case where
Yeah.
I shopped soft. And even though it's got a little hint of warm,
Yeah.
still works.
Now, if you'd like a color analysis, links are down in the description. Lastly, I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
This has been another Cuddly Class, and we'll see you in our next video.